I look into the house for a little bit in the backyard and I see a couple lights on, but it's pretty dark. I couldn't tell if anyone was home or not. After a couple minutes though, I got a feeling if you kept on looking into the house, you might see something you don't want to see. Y'all, we're in the middle of October. You know what that means? Spooky season is among us. Yeah, it's among us. I don't believe in ghosts, but I also feel like, what if I'm wrong? And isn't it crazy that like sometimes, have you ever gone to the bathroom in the middle of the night and there's like a door that's like creeped in the hallway and you're like, oh my god, there's something staring at me inside the door. You gotta close the door. I do that sometimes. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do that, but it's like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Anyway, ghost story time. Ghost stories. Ghost stories. All right. We have Slid Vicious. North Jersey in the mountains. Our family home was part of a mining railroad system. The old railroad was on our backwoods. Our home was an old slaughterhouse, livestock farm. Dug up skulls and bones my whole childhood. What the hell? We actually had ruins in the old slaughter field with blood. Drainage system to a pit of a lot of bones. My entire childhood shit would fly off my shelves on the floor. What? It set an object down on the counter and it will be gone. I actually witnessed these things. Sometimes I would feel someone sitting on my bed too. As a young adult, I constantly bird stage in my room and try to get rid of whatever was stuck in my room. My parents remodeled the house and found a bunch of animal bones buried in the foundation. And by foundation, I mean pile of dirt and wood set up on top of it. God, I actually felt the scary thing leave my room, but there was another ghost still present. Oh my god, I'm scared! Guys, I'm getting goosebumps. Okay, during COVID, I moved back in with my parents, and a few times a week, I would hear a heavy-ass door open and shut. They had a porch deck with multiple doors, no air pressure, and I literally could cause a door slam. I heard a heavy boot downstairs and yelled, "Hey, Dad!" No response. Checked the parents' window and overlooked the driveway, and of course, no one would be home. My dad never believed in ghosts, but now he is retired. He is 1,000% believing we got ghosts. He's in the military, so he thinks it's funny and calls the ghost Gleason. Gladys? Gladys Gleason. But Dev pretends to spend his time outside. My mom does not think this is funny at all. I'm just glad I live very far away and I refuse to stay with them when I visit. Oh my god. They were just next to death. Like, that's basically what it was. That's terrifying. Why would you buy a house there? Sometimes you can't help it. You just gotta buy what you can. Alright, guys. New story. Here we go. Puzzled head amount. About 2 years ago, my girlfriend and I had our 3rd-year anniversary. We had dinner at a downtown LA, and she surprised me after. She rented a pool in Hollywood Hills for us through an app called Swimply. Huh, that's a good name for an app. Swimpleys? I've never heard of this app. Nor I would think to rent a pool by someone's backyard. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Just not my thing. But my girlfriend was really excited about it and thought it would be romantic. To be honest though, I wasn't really feeling it and I didn't want to do it, but she had paid a decent amount for it and I didn't want to be a buzzkill. We get to the house, park, and it's just as dark. Quietly go up those hills. Didn't see a car pass by us once. We got to the hills, didn't really see anyone walking. The first thing that weirded me out slightly is the gate was already open. No code was needed, which was odd to me. I just feel serial killer vibes right now. On a separate note, I think Airbnbs, they sound cool, but like they're also kind of weird me out a little bit because sometimes the owner lives next door or they live in the house or not even that. There was one time I was looking at an Airbnb and they said in very tiny letters that someone was living in the garage. Excuse me? Someone's living in the garage? Like, what? And not only that, because I am a woman, I get a little more creeped out because I have to be sure that there's no one weird around. And it just scares me. Anyway, now let's continue on. The first thing that weirded me out was the gate was already open, no code needed, which was odd. We get into the backyard and there's a jacuzzi and pool. The pool has a tarp on it. And we didn't get into it. It was a very cold night in LA, so we just sat in the jacuzzi. I had a very weird feeling when I walked into the backyard. One I can only describe as vertigo. I look into the house for a little bit in the backyard and I see a couple lights on, but it's pretty dark. I couldn't tell if anyone was home or not. After a couple minutes, though, I got a feeling if you kept on looking into the house, you might see something you don't want to see. What do you mean? We didn't have any music or anything, just the cold wind, the loud clap of the trap tarp going against the pool, and a wind chime going above over us in the jacuzzi. It's about 9:15, and I finally tell my girlfriend it's time to go. I don't like the vibe here. Maybe I was paranoid, but as soon as I said that, she said, "Yeah, I agree, let's go." That made me even more nervous because I could tell she felt the same creepiness I felt. I'm getting goosebumps. We go to the back of the backyard where the bathroom is and change. At this point, I'm trying to get out of this backyard and to the house. Oh, and to the house as fast as possible. Why would you go inside the house? As my girlfriend heads into the gate, I follow. I feel the hairs on my back and my neck rise as someone was looking/following me. Okay, everything I'm about to say happened less than under 30 seconds. Her and I are heading to the gate, and I'm obviously avoid looking into the house because I'm creeped out. Her and I both noticed a camera that was pointed in our direction while we're in the jacuzzi, and right when we're about to open the gate, my girlfriend says, "Oh shit." I picked her up and we're the hell out of here. Now I believe in something. I don't know if it's ghosts, but I believe in something other than us that's there. My girlfriend doesn't do ghost talk. It freaks her out. I asked my girlfriend when we got in the car, "Why did you yell? What happened?" She seemed really upset and told me she didn't want to talk about it. What? She ends up telling me later that night she saw someone looking at us through the house window right when we left the gate. She couldn't describe what it was. She said it was just staring at us though. Still gives me creeps to this day, but honestly, I could have just been creeped out. Oh my god. I have chills, dude. I don't like this. It probably could have been the owners, because, like, again, like, renting an Airbnb, you know what I mean? Guys, I'm actually, like, I have I have chills. Chills. Y'all, I had a really bad dream once, like, a really, really bad dream once, that, I went to, like, one of those stores, like, I don't even know if it was Marshall's or Ross or like one of those like stores. And I used to go to stores at night. Like a long time ago, I used to go to stores at night. So I had a dream I was going to the store at night and I was in line and I was just waiting to get in the store. As soon as I got out of the store, it was like pitch black outside. I saw my car and my car had like a headlight on it, like one of those lights, like those the parking lot lights, right? And I see my car, but there's no one around my car. Like, there's no cars around my car, and it's far. Bro, tell me that I go walk into my car, and I'm slowly walking to my car, and I look behind me, and there's someone sprinting to me. Like, sprinting to me. Oh my god. In the dream, I was panicking, and I was trying to get my keys out, and I couldn't, like, open the door with my car key. So I had to, like, stick it in the thing and try to, like, turn it. Oh my god, I was so scared. Ever since then, I felt like, I probably shouldn't go out at night. Like, especially shopping. Like, there's no need to. Just go in the morning. Go on a weekend. Be very careful where you are and always look behind you. I know that sounds scary, but just be aware of what's going on around you. Now, let's continue on to the next ghost story, y'all. Look at this one. Shut up. I saw the Hat Man in my early childhood. As a kid, standing in front of my nightlight when I was about 7 or 8, I reached out and touched it. It felt like my hand was burning up. I have never forgotten that experience. I had a very creepy encounter with something whispering in my ear at night when I was in my teens. Same bedroom as the Hat Man encounter. There was something in my parents' house. Stayed in a haunted dorm for 2 years in college. I used to be in a hotel and a few people have died. And in over the years, it was operated. In one incident, me and 3 other roommates had our own private bathroom. We were chilling in our bunks, and one day, when the metal faucet knob just turned itself on the sink and started spraying. We also heard the bouncing ghost, which is pretty a commonplace through the building. You hear something bouncing like a rubber ball in the hallway, but no one ever would be there when you looked. I've always assumed it was just the athletic kids going to practice. But other people who worked in the building heard the bouncing when class was out in summer. That's terrifying. Guys, I have another story I was thinking about. Have you ever been to another country? I went to Chile once, and I stayed in one of my friend's houses. I promise you, it was very scary, because in the middle of the night, I heard that. Like when someone's describing, oh, you would hear a bouncing ball in the hallway. I heard running I swear to God, I heard running in the hallway. I was asleep. It was 2 a.m. and I heard running in the hallway. And you'd be like, who was running in the hallway? I have no idea because my friend was sleeping next to me, and the only other person in the house was a grandma. Grandma don't be running at 2 a.m. So I don't know what the hell that was. I just closed my eyes and prayed to God. That's what I did, and I woke up and it didn't happen again. But that was terrifying. Ooh, I'm spooked out. Hold on. All right, let's continue reading. I have we'll do like 2 more stories, y'all. About 20 years ago, I and my 2 children rented an apartment. The apartment was on the top floor of a home built in 1910. I don't like that already. After a couple nights, we settled in for some sleep. I was dreaming about my children playing, but I woke up due to their noise. Both were asleep. I tried going back to sleep, but the sounds resumed, footsteps running across my ceiling, giggling, laughing, and laughter. The next day, I went to the attic to check things out. Yeah, you go to the attic to check out if there was laughing? Okay. Nothing. That night, the sounds resumed. After a few days, I met downstairs neighbor and I asked him about it. The whole building was haunted by multiple entities. Their lights would shut off, the sinks would start running, and they seen shadowy figures. So we just accepted it. My deceased uncle, who followed me everywhere, would show up sometimes easily. What? I'm scared. What do you mean your deceased uncle followed you everywhere and show up sometimes? He's the only one only be able to touch me? What does that mean? During that time, my uncle and grandma would show up in photos. We had no problems with any of them. Okay, not weird. Then we moved to a home that I bought. While packing, one of them unrelated managed to pack... What? Managed me to pack itself into the box. Yeah, the one that likes to open all the cabinets and drawers at night. The one that takes things and hides them. We saw it as a child, so we named it Newt. I would not be going around naming ghosts, all right? Now, if something goes missing, we kindly ask Newt to return it and wait a few minutes. It pops up somewhere obvious. The cats adore Newt as well. And yes, my grandma and uncle are here, but the kids stay behind. That's not weird. I'm scared, and it's the middle of the afternoon. He vanished mid-step, and someone else saw it too. This happened about 3 months ago around 6:30 p.m. I was living with my uncle at the time, working at his shop during a long holiday from campus. I was walking home and a long route, not for the view, but for the privacy. I used the path to smoke without my aunt finding out, which is a quiet stretch, long winding, but worth the secrecy. That evening, I passed my friend who sells water at a small shop along the route. We exchanged a nod, nothing unusual. The sun had dipped low, and the road was ahead folding into darkness, not sudden, the kind of creep naturally. Guys, I'm actually like low key, like I have goosebumps. I usually avoid smoking if someone's coming my way. I don't want to be recognized and risk word getting back to my family. But that day I saw 2 people on the road. One was ahead of me walking in the same direction. The other one was coming toward us, about to pass the first guy. The one coming toward us wore white. Easy to spot the fading light. The other one ahead of me wore black. I slowed down, looked around, decided to light my cigarette. I glanced down to strike the lighter. Once I look up, the man in white was gone. Just gone. No movement, no sound, no trace. The guy ahead of me just passed him. He turned his head, not out of curiosity, because he's seen something shift. I watched his body freeze for a split second, like his brain couldn't process what his eyes just witnessed. He had just seen the man in white, and then he just saw him disappear. His reaction was instant. He bolted uphill, and fear had designated him inside of him. No hesitation, no looking back, just pure flight. I froze, my insides turned. I wondered if I could ever keep walking in that direction, but I did. Once I reached to the spot where the man in white had been, I checked the bushes. Maybe. Why would you check the bushes? I checked the bushes. Maybe he was hiding. Maybe it was a prank. But there was no one. No rustling, no footsteps, just silence. I wish I could talk to the guy who ran. Maybe he saw what I saw. Maybe he saw more, but I never found him. I went home shaken. I avoided the path for a while, but I eventually returned to it. The fear passed, but the memory did not. I don't think my eyes was playing tricks on me. I believe what I saw was real. That's spooky. My childhood friend lived right next to a graveyard, one of the oldest in our town. Her bedroom room faced it. Huh! Huh! And it was constantly, what was it? It was across from just a small, between the house and the graveyard, not just a street, just a side road. So I stayed over at midnight and we watched old-fashioned dressed women drifted across the stones. I could not believe what I was seeing. My friend and her 5 sister were used to it and not scared of it at all. We were about 15. I've never seen like that in my life. Y'all, I think that's it. I don't want to be ghost of freaked out anymore. I'm done. I'm done. But you know what that means? That means comment corner time. Comment corner. Comment corner. Comment corner. What do we have? Latest video horror, the Yakuza, Japanese most secretive crime group. Let's give a comment shout out to Black Bees. For a fire video, dude. Glad you're back uploading. Also, Yakuza are pretty damn cool as long as I ain't a target. Facts. Thanks for your comment. You're the best. That's the best comment. Do we have fun facts? Let's put fun facts. Facts about ghosts. Ghosts have been a part of human culture and folklore for centuries, with beliefs and stories varying across different societies. Ghosts are often defined as spirits or souls of deceased individuals that continue to exist in the living world. They're commonly depicted as translucent or invisible entities. Ah! I'm spooked out. Beliefs in ghosts are present nearly in every culture, often reflecting societal fears and moral lessons about life and death. For example, ancient Egyptians believed elaborate afterlife rituals to ensure safe passage to the deceased spirit. Same as Vikings. Vikings do a whole ceremony as well. We have this one. Types of ghosts. Poltergeists, known to causing disturbances, moving objects, making noise. Poltergeists are more mischievous and disruptive than any other types of ghosts. We got residential hauntings. These believed to be echoes of past events where ghosts or presence is not aware of living and simply repeats actions from their lives. Oh, that's like the ghost ball. Where he was saying the ghost ball was going up and down and making noise and the kids giggling. Okay, interesting facts. Increased activity at night. Ghosts are believed to be more active at night due to their reduced electronic disturbances, which enhance their presence. Children and animals. Though it's thought that children and animals are like to see ghosts because they possess a higher level of energy that attracts spirits. Wow. Okay, cool. What is this? Places like the Tower of London, Stanley Hotel are renowned for their ghost residents, attracting believers and skeptics alike. That's cool. What the hell? Okay, what else we got here, y'all? Hyperfocus of the week. I don't really have like a major hyperfocus of the week. I think something that I've been very hyperfocused on and trying not to impulse buy is cotton t-shirts from Fashion Nova. Why? Because I really like cotton t-shirts and I can't help it. I really want to buy it, but I'm not buying it because I know it's impulsive and I don't need it right now. So I'm gonna wait a couple months and see if I really need it then. What else? Oh, yes. Shut up. This is the best manga I have ever read. Okay? It's romantic, it's comedy, but it's like chill. It's slice of life. It feels good. I love this freaking manga. It's amazing. I freaking love it. It's amazing. I love it. I am on the manga number 9. There are 10 in total. It's still ongoing. They're remaking, they keep making it every couple months. They come out with another one. Best show ever. Okay, best show, best manga. I love it. So I like reading manga and I like this, and I'm trying to watch more Netflix shows so I can get off TikTok. Stop getting on TikTok. TikTok is horrible for your brain. Only about 30 minutes to 45 minutes a day. Anyway, you guys are the best. And also, I want to note this very, very, very much. Okay, this is a very important note on Minstinks. Minstinks, you see her hyper, you see her elaborate, but sometimes, and I'm gonna try to tap more into this either on live streams or on videos. Sometimes I don't want to talk very loud and I don't want to be super hyper because I'm not always like this. I am sometimes very chill. So I'm gonna try my best. Sometimes if I feel like not being hyper, I'm not gonna be hyper and you're just gonna have to deal with it because I love you. Anyway, guys, you guys are the best. Make sure to follow me on YouTube, subscribe if you haven't already, and watch. I also have a Spotify. The Mystique Show is on Spotify as well. You can also follow on Spotify. I also have a Discord where you can come in and chat with me. I try to get on the Discord a couple times a week. Sometimes I forget, so just be nice to me because I forget. But you can follow all those. And make sure you're having a fantastic, wonderful time. Comment haunted cat if you stayed to the end. Anyway, you guys are the best. Love you. Bye. Let's put the Minstinks Show. We be Minstinks. Bye.